Hi, thanks for watching a video blog. Today from Rimini, Italy. The best to the worst social media. Over the years I've used a lot of social media and now I am scaling down on my use of social media. This is because I found out that a lot of it is just plain garbage and solely wasting your time. And you should spend most of your time in nature. Because that's just the best thing that you can do. That's the best place to spend all your time. Into the sun, at the beach, surrounded by people, real people, not digital people. But still, I see that some of the social media really brought me a lot of value in my life. I'm thankful for that. So I don't say that all technology is 100% bad. If it helps you to go closer to nature, to grow into this and to get rid of civilization, then it's really something good, temporarily good, that can help enslaved people. But anyway, let's start with the best social media. For me is of course YouTube. That's why I am most active on YouTube, and I learned a lot from YouTube. It's getting worse and worse over the years. They banned a lot of people that were interesting, and they do also shadow banning of good vloggers and good information. But when it was just in its early years, it was very good. I learned so much from YouTube. It was amazing. It was all free information, good information. Most of the things that I'm talking about, like, you know, eating raw meat, living closer to nature, self-sustaining, self-sufficient, worshipping your ancestors. This is all information that I got from other YouTubers. And really helped me to understand life better. That's amazing. I really love it. As long as YouTube allows me to talk in the way I'm talking now, I think it's fine. But I'm afraid that they will be stricter and that it eventually will end up in, you know, just like some super commercial platform where you see only videos, people unpacking boxes and you know, all woke videos, all these things. But I cannot complain. I have a very good relation with YouTube. I see them as the best of the best, also because you can really see the person that is talking, and that is something really important, because most things are written and I don't like written language because it's boring, first of all, and speaking is very important. The way you say things, it's really important, and I really like human voices. I really like language, I really like the way people speak. So this is for me definitely the best platform. And the second best platform to me is Twitter, or now X. But I spent, you know, a few months there. I got rid of it eventually because I thought that it was too much fighting and all people give their opinion. It's just like really like a harsh environment. But I saw the value, because when something was happening in the world, Twitter was the first to give the information, the news, and still does. It's really one of the best news platforms. It helped me to understand that traditional media news is just outdated, slow, you know, it's biased. It's not really great. And Twitter, if you want to know the news, you can just go to Twitter and see minute by minute what is happening. And I learned a lot there as well. And I think it's a quite free speech platform still. That's important and that's good. And I see this as valuable, but I left it after a few months because yeah, it's not optimal in my opinion. It's too negative. I see too many people bashing each other, fighting, and I don't like that. So I left it, but it's to me second best to YouTube. After Twitter, I think that Telegram is also very important. There you can see that also the free speech is very highly important. It's highly important. Yeah, that's for me very important. That news is free, that it's not controlled, that people can say things that they want, but it also has its negatives. So Telegram, I think I learned also some things there, some good groups, some good info, definitely true. But also there a lot of aggression, bots that are destroying groups, infiltrating groups. So you can never really check who is behind it. So I deem it as lower as Twitter, way lower than YouTube. But I learned a lot there and I continue to use it. Also because you can completely delete conversations. So if you, for example, have talked with somebody and you're years later, you think like, well, you know, this wasn't the right person for me. So for example, if you talk with somebody you just want for your privacy to delete the whole conversation, you cannot do this in other apps like WhatsApp, for example. But with Telegram you can do this. This is really a great thing about Telegram. And like I say, you can open groups and it's not as regulated as other groups. But also I noticed there aggression, very negative people, and even though I am more for free speech, I also agree that, you know, some form of speech are harmful and bad, like extreme racism and all these things, and you know, talking bad about other cultures and everything. It's not really positive. I don't like that. So yeah, that's also what I noticed when you go in Telegram groups. There's these people that, because it's quite anonymous, they also tend to be more aggressive. That's not a good thing. I still use it, but I deem it as lower as YouTube and Twitter. So these were the top tier social media in my opinion. Now we're going to the mid-cap. And to me first, this is Instagram. I don't really use it anymore. I post sometimes a picture of my travel or something that I think is interesting, but yeah, I think mostly 50% is good information. If you follow the right people, you get some good valuable information, but overall it's a garbage platform. You can see, if you see what they propose to you as information, you know, it's really bad. It's really garbage. It's not good. Low value information, garbage information, garbage pictures, trying to seduce you in a very cheap way. So, you know, if you once clicked on a boosty girl, then the next month you get them in your overview. And it's really bad. Also a lot of gossip news. It's low class, low information, garbage platform basically. But yeah, let's say that there's also very good pages. You have to find the right pages to get some value out of it. But mid-tier, like I say, I have some really good pages that I follow, really great information. So I'm not going to delete it, but I'm less active on it. I don't watch it daily. I mostly do it well, a few times in the week. Now after Instagram we have Facebook, which is of course already a dying platform. Children mostly see it as the boomer platform. I think it's hilarious, outdated. And I agree, I am not spending a lot of time there. I follow a few carnivore groups, but yeah, they're not really sophisticated people actually. They're mostly carnivores that burn their meat until it's black, you know. They cook their meat. They are not open to eat raw meat. You know, they're like behind. They're not really groups where you can find like super high valuable information. And overall, you know, it started out as nice to connect with your family, but the family connection thing is not there. You know, people don't post really a lot on there, and yeah, I must say, after a while, you have seen everything. You know, it's just like an update that you are expecting. It's not something like new anymore. It's not super exciting, and I rather speak to my family privately. And now, of course, people have their own WhatsApp or Telegram groups for family, where they share their private things, pictures. That you don't have to post everything anymore on Facebook to stay connected with your family. But I got some valuable information in the past, but it's like mid-tire, it's just okay. You know, I don't really use it anymore. It's not the worst, but yeah, you cannot find really valuable information there anymore. And the last one in this tire is of course WhatsApp. Like I say, it's a very important platform, but it's got taken over of course by Meta. To find real information there, it's not really good. When you open a group that's not really in line with their policies, then you can get blocked. It's not really my thing. I use WhatsApp to stay in contact with family and friends. I'm also more on Telegram. I advise people to go on Telegram or Signal and leave WhatsApp most of the times. I rather spend time with my family in real life than on this app, but okay, it works, it's fine, it's mid. It's okay, it's not great, but it's not really changing my life like, oh, I find super valuable information that that changes your life. No. Now the lower tire is, first of all, Snapchat to me. I tried it years and years ago because I had a younger girlfriend, like maybe like 10 years younger. She said, oh, it's nice, Snapchat is so fun. Yeah, it is fun for 2 weeks, but it gets really old quickly because it's just to me like wasting your time. You send a picture, it disappears, and that's it. So yeah, it was not something for me. I think it's really one of the worst social media, and it's really a time waster, that's it. Because some of these mid tires are also time wasters, but you get even within the wasting, you get some valuable pages, some interesting pictures on Instagram, a good conversation on WhatsApp. Snapchat is all about fun and you know, wasting your time. I'm not into that. Maybe that's my Calvinistic upbringing, I don't know, but it's not for me. I think it's really one of the worst. But the worst is of course TikTok. Cannot even start to talk about this. I know it's like, oh, you try to be cool, like this older guy that doesn't get it, and you try to be smart, but I really think it's really not good. Because with Snapchat I tried it and I was like, oh yeah, this is fun, I can see why people like it. It has a positive vibe, it's, you know, it was kind of way uplifting to, you know, to get yourself, make funny pictures that are just disappearing and etc. So it was, even that I even thought it was wasting a lot of time, it was still understandable. But TikTok is just like, not even the information on it, but there is no information, it's just what I saw, it's just like, just bad, you know, just stupid. And people are on TikTok that's, you know, why are you on that? This is just so lame. And it's all, you know, so fast, and that's the main problem with me. It's just like, has no value. It's like the worst of the worst. Nothing sustaining. You don't get any information from it. It's nothing that you will change your life in a good way. It's only just the dumbest of the dumbest information and the dumbest of the dumbest posts. It's just so, you know, stupid. And the shocking thing is that people spend hours and hours and hours on this app. And that is a shocking thing. That's, well, it's not shocking, I'm not surprised, because people used to read all these gossip magazines, spend hours reading them, every week new. But, you know, it's still to me like unbelievable that people spend their life like that and just like and see these stupid clips that are not even funny. It's not even, you know, it's no humor. It's not good humor at least. It's, you know, yeah. It's just the worst. If you ask me what's the worst, it is TikTok. And people say, oh, but you have TikTok, I found you here. Yeah, I had it to watch something a long time ago because somebody was talking about me, so I had to check it. But then I found out like this is just the worst, you know. I think that we should ban this. Yeah, make it illegal because it's so addictive to children. They seem to like this, you know, non-information, silliness. And you know, there's a place for silliness always, but not in this way. Not if it never stops. That's the thing. If it stops, if it's like 5 minutes a day, sure. I mean, that's fine. But this goes on for hours and hours, and yeah, it's like really the lowest and the worst. Maybe there's more, but this is just what I got now. I'm not going. It's not a study or something. I'm not studying this this thing now. I'm just giving my opinion just right away, what I think now. Maybe it can change, but for now this is my list of best to worst social media. What I think that you should understand is, can you optimize the use of the social media? If you do, if you are on YouTube watching very valuable information, you're making the best out of it. I know there's not a lot on YouTube, but it's there, you can find it. And on Instagram as well. So then I'm not really that against social media. If it can bring you to leaving civilization and everything and become more self-sustaining, self-sufficient, then it's of course a good thing. So that's my view on it. And like I say, I'll scale down more and more on all these apps because they're just tiring. It's really distracting you from your real purpose in life, and that is, of course, to worship God, your ancestors, be in nature, live self-sustaining, self-sufficiently, live as natural as possible, and have a happy and fulfilling life, so that you recognize the good life when you change life to death, some might say. Then in the spiritual realm you are also doing as best as you can and can be a great spirit in the afterlife. So that was it for today. Thank you for watching from Rimini, Italy, I say. See you next time.